Hey guys, Canada Graphs here with a set report for Supergirl Season 6, Episode 19. This is from two different locations. Most of it is from one at a river in Coquitlam called the Coquitlam River. In Port Coquitlam called the Coquitlam River. And the second one is from a downtown location. There's one clip at the end that's about 30 seconds long. Here you see them, they're doing a fight scene with the stunt doubles for Lex Luthor, Sentinel, and Guardian. There's a couple other people around at the time they were doing this, but I didn't see them actually in the scene, so I don't know if they were there. But Dreamer's double and Nyxly's double were also around at the time of there, so I don't know if they were in the scene, but I didn't see them. Obviously, you could see from the shot I showed you there, I didn't actually see them in that particular take. Here you see Katie McGrath getting ready to film. They had several cast members again on set for this scene, but the majority of the focus was on a scene that Katie does that you'll see in a moment as Lena Luthor, and you'll see they're messing up her jacket on purpose. This is how they get you looking all like you've had a bad day. They just gently put it on. So here we see Lena. She is on the ground looking down and out. You can see part of Dreamer there too, and you can see in the far distance there, you can see Guardian, and you saw for a second that Lex Luthor walked over. He kind of gives a look to her, kind of like, ha ha, I got you. And then he just walks away. Typical villain thing to do, just take off right after you think you've won. Don't check to make sure you've won. Just leave. I'm sure it'll be fine. You know, when has a superhero ever got up from being on the ground? I mean, not that Lena's a superhero. She's, you know, a normal person, but that mentality. Here's a scene they did later. You can see Chyler Leigh there practicing with her stunt double standing beside her, just giving her tips on how to do it. She's going to do a scene where she's going to kick that rock out of Lex's hand. And in the scene, she's supposed to kick it out of his hand, then catch it, and then throw it as if like she did that all in one take. But you'll see from the takes that they do that she doesn't quite do that. I'm sure on TV it'll look that way. Yeah, you didn't throw anything there, Chyler. But yeah, that's the magic of television. On TV it's going to look like she did it. But here, all she does is kick it out of his hand, and she doesn't even catch it. Even let alone catch it and then throw it. You can see her like going to Lex there, just setting it up. So called him Lex, Jon Cryer, setting it up so that it's where she wants it to be for when she kicks it. And you see there, she allegedly caught it, even though she didn't, and then threw it allegedly. So here's a scene later they did with Martian Manhunter's double. David Harewood was not on set that day, and Brenda Strong. Brenda's double also was in the scene at different points, but in this particular take it was her that was there, and she also, you can see there for a second, had that rock in her hand. She'll do another scene with Brainiac coming up. I can't remember if I have video of that or not. Oh yeah, I do, right here. So yeah, she does this scene also with Jesse Rath's double for Brainy. And he does a magic flip through the air and suddenly has that rock. And Lillian looks around like, what the hell, where'd it go? So this is, I think, the last scene that I shot. It's just of Nyxly, Lex Luthor, and Supergirl, just out for a run. Melissa Benoist, Jon Cryer, Peta Sergeant, obviously all there doing the scene. All of these scenes they did this day were really fast too. Like most times when you go to set, they'll shoot the same scene for hours, and they will do dozens of takes in some cases. I can't recall if there was a scene that they did more than 5 takes of anything all day. Maybe there was, but I just can't remember what it is right now. But most of these scenes they did were 2 or 3 takes and they were gone. They were off to the next shot. They obviously were trying to get a lot done that day, and they were kind of like, we have to hustle, hustle, hustle. So they weren't spending a lot of time on them. And then this is the shoot from the week later. They shot in downtown Vancouver, and there Melissa Benoist with Jesse Rath is there, and Martian Manhunter's double is off to the side. You can't really see him on the far left. He pokes in and out from behind that crane a bit. And then this girl in the tie-dye shirt in the front was also part of the scene, but I don't know what her association is in the scene in any way. And that is it for this scene. The finale stuff should start coming out soon. I have a lot of that too. That will be anywhere from a week to a month, depending if you're seeing this on Patreon or YouTube. I have a lot to do on that, so it's going to take a while. But here's some still photos from that riverbed day. Obviously, there's some of Azie and the new young girl. That actually wasn't the girl, that was actually a stunt double, but you get the idea what they're doing. This is the crew working on a scene. You can see some of the doubles there for Supergirl and Guardian and Lex and others out there. There's Katie McGrath on set before she ended up on the ground having a nap. Here she is, obviously, with Nicole Maines in between scenes. And there's Jon Cryer staring off at Nicole Maines. I don't know what that was about. I think that is in between takes. Here is the scene where you see Lena on the ground and Lex looking over top of her, and there's Lena having hopefully a nap. I think it's a nap. There's Azie as Guardian with her shield. In between takes, there is Lex flexing his arm in the scene. Here he is about to do it, and behind him you can see Chyler as Sentinel there, and I can't recall what she does in the scene, but you can see there she wasn't wearing her hood, so she was not in the actual frame of the scene at the time. There's Peta Sergeant as Nyxly. There's Chyler looking at Jon Cryer, kind of like, really? To whatever he was saying. There's Brenda Strong, who is Lillian Luthor, and she had a couple of scenes that day. They were both very short scenes. Well, this is a very short scene. I think they only did like 2 takes of this. There she is again without her mask on now. And here she is doing a scene. I think this is the scene she does with Brainy in a second. There is, yeah, here it is. He does a jump through the air and steals something from her hand. You can see her holding up to the camera something, but it's not there when you're looking at it. This is Melissa Benoist on set with Jesse Rath, and there she is again. She's getting ready to shoot a couple of scenes. And this is her having a laugh. And Jon Cryer and Peta Sergeant are there, and they are also amused by whatever was going on at the time. I don't know who is responsible for the shenanigans, but Jon Cryer is claiming innocence here. And, I mean, you gotta trust Lex, right? He wouldn't lie. Here's Katie and Melissa chit-chatting between takes. Katie's not even in her wardrobe anymore, so there's Melissa near the end of the day getting ready to do a scene, and this is the final shot where the heroes are there, and Lena comes in at the last second to do some type of heroic thing. And that's it for the 619 stuff. There will be a pile of 620 stuff coming out soon, hopefully, but until then, this is the end of my 619 report. And like I said, all that's left after this is the series finale stuff. We will have that out as soon as we can. Thanks. Bye.